Alrighty, we have another tier list. This time featuring the punch girl herself, Juliette. Yeah, she's Juliette. She's the poster girl. She hasn't really gotten nerfed too much. She doesn't seem to be touched by that whatsoever, but she is still deadly. Nonetheless, still forever Juliette crushing strikers. What she does. She's fantastic at doing it. She's got insane combos. Let's dive right into this. Let's start with the gear. Gear is really easy to get out of the way. We're going to choose Van Braces, Pummelers, and Magnetic Souls. Van Braces, of course. Choose it when you're against other brawlers. You're going to need a way to sustain yourself, and that's the one true way of doing so. That way you can brawl uncontested, and if they don't choose it, then you will win that fight 100% of the time. You will not lose a fight if you have Van Braces and they don't. That's just science. Alright. Abstraction aside, Pummelers is your next choice if you just want to throw down a little bit harder. Get that movement speed when you get those KOs. Fantastic choice. Otherwise, I go with Magnetic Souls. They really help you. Basically, you can kind of float for mid and possibly get like a breakaway by having these on. If the core is coming to you somehow and you're just in midfield and you get that speed, use that speed boost, you're going to get to that core and you're going to be a threat to the goalie immediately without probably any contention. Yeah, so let's start with the simple things. Sparks, let's get that out of the way. I don't recommend going for any of them. Plain and simple. You'd have to start with one and choose two by hopefully winning the sets, and then you just don't want to commit so hard to something. Like maybe if the first one was power and the next one was like cooldown and the next one was speed, sure, that's okay. Otherwise it kind of sucks. And of course support. I guess there needs to be an R in there. Orbs, whatever. Supports. Like you can make it work, and make playing a support role as a brawler. It's not as fun, but yeah, just get these and don't get KO'd, and you'll have a lot of cooldown, and you're sharing that cooldown with a lot of your teammates, and you're giving them health all the time, so they're probably not dying to anything, and they'll be much faster for a brief amount of time. Otherwise, just don't pick them. And now we move on to the useless garbage, which there is a few of. Very 5? Yeah, there's 5. Creation is Monumentalist, Pass to Last, Missile Propulsion, and Deadeye. Where's Deadeye? I was just thinking. There we go. She doesn't create anything, she doesn't have any range, and she doesn't have any buffs. Plain and simple. Let's stick to that. D tier. Aerial. Yeah, sure, increases her range of her kick. But it also increases projectiles, which is it's also not great. Hotshot. Yeah, you kind of hit the core here and there with your abilities, but they're mostly for brawling, so you can kind of get used. Like if you do your combo to the goalie's face, you probably can't stop it, and you're gonna get the goal anyways. I mean, Hotshot didn't really help you with that. Same with Chrono Boost. She doesn't have buffs. She gets a little bit of range out of it, but her kick does not need that much range. In fact, if you're gonna go get her kick, you probably get Super Surge, if anything. Yeah, D tier, covered, easy. Don't get any of her secondary upgrades, except for Super Surge and Hotshot. I'd almost put Hotshot first, but I don't know. They're both all they're not great. All right, C tier. Stacks on stacks. Great bit of movement speed. Unfortunately, it resets between sets, and the speed is okay. It's all right. Stinger. I wish I could put you higher, but she does her combo. Like you do your combo, and then you also do your ultimate, your special if need be, to finish the job. you're not making good use out of the burn usually. So you're like 1-2, and that's kind of it. You do your primary, or your dash into your primary, and that's pretty much it. You'll get a little bit of burn afterwards, sure, if they're not dead, but hopefully when you use it, they are dead. Quick strike is next, because you're not going to be getting in those main striker battles. Yeah, the energies are right, but it's not a more useful item. Super surge, if you're getting a dash item, that's going to be the one. Increases your kicks damage, which is always nice. And twin drive for just another cooldown and reduced cooldowns on it in general. It's pretty good, but definitely not her best. She's a brawler. She wants much more brawly things. Let's be real. As much as Stinger is a very good brawly item, let's go C tier. Maybe throw it in B tier, but I don't know. There's a lot in B tier, so let's cover those. Extra special. Yeah, having her super punches is very good. Having it every time after a face-off, even better. And having it more often in general, better. Prime time, another good carrier for prime time. Definitely still one of the best awakenings in the game for pretty much everyone, including Juliette. More punching, better. Sure, you're good. Bulk up. Dagger gives you more power. More power, more kills. Done and done. Last cannon, another good speed damage increase. Yep, don't get hit. Even if you do get hit, just back off for a little bit. 5-ish seconds, you'll get some stacks, and you'll be right back to it. Rapid fire, yeah, getting her punch cooldown definitely helps. And reliably do the combo a little more often. Maybe not as often, but still enough. Juliette does still have some of her better items will increase her stagger, such as like Big Fish. But yeah, she does have decent stagger, so peak performance does get more use here, which that's why I definitely have it up there. Adrenaline Rush is always good. Shorter cooldowns, and you're gonna be killing, so it's better when you have other awakenings first, but it's still really good. It's still good on its own, but not as good. And Prize Fighter. Too bad you can't have Prize Fighter right now, but if you could, you'd take it, because you're going to be killing. It's just all around good. Alright. So Juliette is one of my main characters that I do play when I can't be X or something like that. Usually X is banned for some reason. People don't like X, but that's fine. You cook with Juliette. You wanna be cooking, and this is where you're gonna start cooking. A lot of these items coming up. I say, I'm still motivated to do all these. I want to finish them, and I'm gonna finish it for everyone. And have that information out there. It's gonna be there. People are gonna use it, and if you have some suggestions on where things should go, please let me know down in the comments. I would really like people's feedback. How I could improve, see if I could do things a little differently, see if I can think about things at a different perspective. Just let me know. I'm open to suggestion, and I'm usually very responsive to any comments, so just let me know. And yeah, so let's just keep at it. A tier. Now we're really cooking. We're starting to get somewhere pretty positive. Unfortunately, it starts with one that you can't even use anymore. Perfect form. She does a lot of hits, especially with her ultimate, that it will reduce your cooldowns by quite a bit, because you do a lot of light hits into a heavy. Massive cooldown reduction. Too bad you'll only see it in quick play. Tempo swing. Tempo swing is great for brawlers. You'll have much more sustain, more damage. You're gonna be rocking house. Built different. Size is definitely an issue for Juliette. She definitely needs to be bigger. This helps with that and increases her impact, which is pretty much what you need. Want her to be doing more damage. The alternative, I don't know if you want to get both or not, but is Big Fish. Big Fish gives you more stagger in size. So one's a little more defensive, one's more offensive. I definitely would recommend Built Different. It's generally better. They did just get nerfed recently, but that doesn't change too much. 5% size doesn't really mean too much in the grand scheme of things. And then we have specialized training. Make your ultimate hit even harder. The unfortunate thing with Juliette's special, that ultimate earlier, I know, I caught it. I like to say ultimate, it's special, whatever. That being said, I love her special, though a lot of players, especially better players, tend to evade the last punch. If it's gonna put them in a bad spot, sure. Some of them just take it, but a lot of can evade a lot of damage that way by just holding it for like the last final punch, which sucks. But you know, they use some energy for it. It's whatever. Yeah, that covers A tier. So before I get into the juicy ones, I will recommend brawler items. And I will very much so like to point out that if you see it and you have the chance to, I would highly recommend taking Unstoppable away from anybody. Hopefully in the sets that you're KOing, you're staying above everyone's level, you're going to be first in draft. Hopefully you're going to be first in the draft, or at least very soon after. And if Unstoppable does come, you should take it because it just shuts Juliette down like crazy. They're not going to be moving anywhere unless they're fucking fully staggered. And it just makes it harder for her to do that, because like if they're near the boards and they have Unstoppable, they might not even budge, and you might not get the result. Like it'll make it really hard to KO basically. To take away Unstoppable from anyone, and hopefully you don't pick Juliette into like a starting Unstoppable, because that would just be awful. That just would ruin any brawler's day. And now we have the best of the best of the best. 1-2 punch, heavy impact. This does not need to be said, but Juliette's queen combo. For secondary into primary is one of the most devastating things in the game. If you have any cooldown reduction, which is perfect form, which you probably won't have these days, but couple that with heavy impact, you can do punch, primary, special, and punch again. And if they don't have evade, they are shit out of luck. 1-2 punch adds so much damage potential. You might not even need that combo, but it can be there. And you couple that with heavy impact. Yeah, heavy impact. You want everything she does is AoE. So you'll get so much value by hitting people with the core and them, or them and their friends. Like, it's just savage. It really makes her excel as a brawler, and what makes her excel with the brawler is having shorter cooldowns, and heavy impact does that just fine for you. So there you have it. And I will not be talking about Juliette as a goalie, as I find that if you play her goalie, you're stupid. I know I have seen people do it. I played against Tempter. He's a top 100 player, was when I last played against him, and he was a Juliette goalie. But if you're just good, it doesn't matter. But if you're actually good, play a fucking real goalie. Not taking shots at you or anything, Tempter, but whatever. Don't play her as goalie. Fight. KO some fucking guys. And just have a good time playing this great combo-y brawler. He's very fun to play. You'll get KOs. You'll enjoy it. Hope you enjoy my tier list for Juliette. Again, any suggestions on order change? Comment below. Thank you for viewing my video. And thank you for my subscribers. Keeps me doing this.
Battle Pass.
See ya.
Really? He's in town, then what are you doing? Dead! Tasty.
30.
Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the extra clips just of me messing around in some quick play. Got that throwdown and got to really show what Juliette's all about. Just KOing bitches and taking names. So, take care. Have a good one.